Good afternoon, my friends, and welcome to Bagel vlog number... It's potentially 20. I think it's 20. Welcome to it. I'm Tom. Got some stuff to talk about today. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. Yep. Okay. I sneeze. It's done. It's over. Vlog over. Cancelled. God, that one was... I'm going to sneeze again. God, I've been thrown off my game. Hi. How are you? I'm Tom. I got some stuff to talk about. First of all, I have a story. Now, I told the story on stream today in some detail. I'll tell it again now because it's a story that exists. So, last night, it was about 1 AM and I thought, well, I fancy a glass of Pimm's. So, I went downstairs, as you do, to get a glass of Pimm's. Now, I bent over into the cupboards, pulled out my glass of Pimm's. Stood up, pulled a glass out my cupboard, poured some Pimm's into the glass, opened my fridge, got some lemonade, poured some lemonade into the glass. As I was putting the lemonade back in the fridge, I sort of saw something behind me. I saw a shadow move. Turned around. On the floor, just next to my foot, was a massive, like, this big shape on the floor, and it went psh, straight under the dishwasher. Now, it moved so quickly and was so blurry. I am 90% sure that this thing was a massive spider. A massive spider. Now, I should preface this, as I didn't preface this morning. Some of you probably know, because I'm sure I've mentioned it in the past. I'm arachnophobic. As in, I have a phobia of spiders. I definitely used to have a phobia of spiders. It's getting better. I can now kill them myself and not wake Mum up at 2 AM and go, Mum, can you come kill a spider for me? If I'm in shoes, I can happily stamp on them. If they're on a wall, I can happily get some... Well, happily. I can now begrudgingly get some tissue and them. Excuse the loud noise. But last night, I was in, like, boxer shorts, a t-shirt, and no socks. And it was dark, and I turned the lights on, and this thing, I swear to God, may have literally run over my foot without me noticing. So, when I saw it, no one on the planet has ever seen me move this fast. I ninja flipped onto my countertop. I was, like, propped up on my arms, and I put my legs in my sink. That was a ridiculous picture. My legs was dangling into my sink. I was, like, holding myself up on this thing on the countertop. When I put my hands on it, I, like, pushed the glass away accidentally. Nearly spilled the Pimm's. Would have been awful. And I mean, God forbid, right? That's the worst part of this story. And with one of my legs, I sort of, like, Mum had left the dishwasher unit door open because we got like a panel that opens up, and then the dishwasher's inside it, right? So Mum had left the panel door open. So this thing had gone straight under it. And I got my foot and I slammed it shut to see if it would, like, run back out again so I could at least see what it was. Because if I knew what it was, then, you know, I could know how to kill it, etc., etc. So I slammed it shut and nothing happened. And I, like, hooked my foot around the handle and opened it up again. And it had gone. It had entirely gone. So I took my Pimm's and I fucking jumped out of the sink and sprinted upstairs as fast as I could. Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. I got back, I, like, woke Mum up because I was so shaken. I was like, Mum, you know, about 3 months ago when it was about 2 AM and I told you the next morning that I'd seen this massive shape sprint under one of the units. And she was like, no. Well, Mum, it was real and I'm not insane, because a couple of months prior to this, or a few months prior to this, I'd seen the exact same thing, right? I'd gone into the kitchen at night to get some water or whatever, and I turned on the light, and across the kitchen, I'd seen this massive, like, grey shape, like, run underneath one of the units. And I couldn't tell what it was. My first instinct then was, oh, it's a mouse. It's a baby mouse. Because it moved so quickly. It looked, from what I could see, it looked grey. And I'm pretty sure that thing I saw then was the same thing I saw last night. But I still don't know if it was a mouse or a spider. And that's terrifying. If it was a mouse, that's fine, right? I'm not scared of mice. I'm scared of things that move really quickly. But if I found out that it was a mouse, I wouldn't be scared. I could go in there. It would make me jump if I saw it, because at first glance, it could be a spider. But once I realised it was a mouse, that's kind of why I opened the door, because I wanted to see what it was. If I knew it was a mouse, I wouldn't have been as terrified. Or scared at all, really. So, oh god. But I'm glad that I'm not insane, because we sort of came to the conclusion that somehow when I seen this thing a couple of months ago, I was hallucinating. For some reason. It was very late. It was like 2 or 3 a.m. or something. We thought I was just really tired and saw like a shadow or something playing tricks on me. But it's real. I'm not insane. At least in that manner. It's real. Okay. What's up next? Right. Topic of the day. BagelGrilz. So, today on stream we were playing Dark Souls 3. And the night before, Chibi and Morrigan and Ali all said, Tom, we've got something to show you tomorrow on stream, or it was Monday or whatever. Last stream before today's one. And we want you to window capture, and we want you and Session to watch it on stream at the same time. And actually, I don't think any of them even said watch. I didn't even know it was a video until today. And so today, during the stream, Chibi said, look, stop the stream, because I'm going to show you. And I was like, oh, what is it? What is it? Pretending like I knew nothing, literally nothing about it, because I obviously knew that it was something they wanted me to show. But I pretended it was entirely new. So we captured this video. Chibi over Skype sent me and Session the video. We opened it up. It was entitled Session's Graduation. And we played it. And it was this incredible video. The first one was, the start of it started with the, I'm sure some of you have seen it, the highlight from November, from Session's birthday last year, when I was playing The Long Dark and I did a 10-minute improvised retelling of Session's birth as like a birthday present. And so it started off with that, and then Cheebs came in as narrator and interrupted the story and said, nope, this is the real story. And then she began telling the story of Session's graduation. And it was hilarious. I'll put the links to both videos in the description so you can watch them at your leisure. But these 2 videos, the second of which was a fully animated and captioned version of what I was just talking about, the telling of Session's birth. Oh, they were so good. Holy fuck! I can't even begin to describe it. It was so good. We were both sitting there just losing our shit. It was amazing. Thank you guys so much for that. It was absolutely incredible. They were made by let's do it in alphabetical order. It was made by Ali, Chibi, Morrigan, and Shep Shorty. The BagelGrilz. The official BagelGrilz. They have returned and gained in number. But yeah, it was absolutely amazing to watch. It's actually maybe quite emotional, in hindsight, because I've mentioned it a few times before. When we started, I remember Session asked me. So this is before we started. He said, "What would you class as success in us doing this? What point would we reach when you said we finally have been successful on Twitch?" And I said, well, we can get a sub button, obviously, because that's partnership, that's true, measured, tangible success. And he said, yeah, no, I agree. But for me, I think it'll be when we get some fan art made. And I said, yeah, you know what, that's, yeah, exactly, that's good, I like that. So, but even before we started, our sort of, I don't know, we success for us before we started was, just someone willing and enthusiastic enough to just do something like fan art, right? And this is whole other levels, It's crazy. It's unbelievable that we've. It's been a year. A year is quite a long time, but there are so many channels that I can think of that have never had anything like this happen, 4 different people coming together and creating something about us, it's crazy. It's crazy to think of, and we're very appreciative. We really are. It's success for us, right? We've provided this community where people have made friends, where people have been enthusiastic about what we do, which is crazy to us, you know, because, like, what do we actually do? To us, it doesn't seem like much, you know, but, like, somehow we've, I don't know what it is, but somehow we've, you know, people have come in and stuck around and become friends and become friends of ours as well, and it's just, Jesus. Actually crazy, and I can't even, like, I'm getting quite emotional now. I can't even, I couldn't even imagine that this would be a thing that would happen, you know. So it's, oh god, I'm very appreciative of what you guys have done. It's crazy that you've done something so kind, because it is incredibly kind, and like the amount of time that we both spend thinking about the stream and stressing over making it better and stuff, like the amount of sleepless, well, not sleepless, but the amount of like 3 a.m. mornings I've had where I'm just in bed just worrying about the stream and just focusing on the negatives and stuff. It's this is something that I can now look at and go, well, yeah, sure, there are some negatives, there's some stuff we could improve, but we have this. And this is the thing that we will always have now. Like this, we will never not have this. This is made. You guys have made this for us, and regardless how, like, what am I trying to say here? Like, it doesn't matter how close or far we stray from what we're doing now in the future. Like, if we for some reason have to go up the stream, or if we're doing this in 10 years, it doesn't matter, because we will always have this to remember. You know. Which is crazy. It's very special. It's a very special thing that you guys did, and yeah, we very much appreciate it. We really do. Absolutely insane. So, thank you guys for that. You're all amazing and very talented, more so than us. So yeah, that's. I think that's about. I think I've expressed my genuine emotional response to that. I'm sure Sasha will do something similar in his vlog as well. Oof. God damn. Incredible that, you know, it's just great. There are no more words. It's just great. Now, moving slowly on from that, I did Chef Pierre on Friday. Last Friday. Don't remember what day it was, but that went well. Well, the show went well in terms of entertainment value, I think. People seem to enjoy it. In terms of actual creativeness and money spent, it was a complete disaster. So what happened is, you know, like always, on the morning of Chef Pierre, went down to Sainsbury's, picked up all the ingredients. First of all, I came back home. This is about a 10-minute walk, round trip maybe. Well, it takes like 10 minutes to get there and 10 minutes to get back, you know what I'm saying? And I got back home, put all the ingredients on the table, realised that I'd forgotten the bagels. I forgot the bagels. I couldn't put a bagel on my necklace. So I ran all the way back down there, picked up some bagels. This was all like an hour before the stream as well, so I was like, shit, I've got to die. So I ran back down there, picked up some bagels. It was all fine. Day had already started a bit weirdly. I started the stream. It was going great. And then I realised that I was measuring out wholemeal flour, right? And I was making a Victoria sponge cake at the time. And I'd measured out wholemeal flour. And of course, when I saw this, I noticed that the flour was, of course, wholemeal, as in not plain. And, self-raising. And I was measuring out, I said, shit, this is wholemeal flour. I bought the wrong flour. So I went into my cupboard to find some self-raising flour, because I knew we had some. I just wanted to buy some more, just in case. When I opened up the cupboard, something distracted me. I don't remember what it was. Maybe it was something in chat. And I opened the cupboard, grabbed hold of the self-raising flour, let it go, and went over to read chat. After doing this, I poured the wholemeal flour in, because I'd forgotten the whole process that had just happened. And I only realised this after the cake was made. Right? So it had risen decently well. It was a fine looking cake. But the cake was a brick. It was solid as a fucking rock, right? I don't know how this happened, because I've used wholemeal flour in the past quite a lot. Nothing I've ever made with wholemeal flour has become so brick-like. Very strange. But I remember when I was um, putting the jam and the cream on the cake. I think it was Ali in chat said, "Tom, did you use wholemeal flour?" And then it clicked. I remember the whole process of going into the cupboard, reaching for the self-raising flour, and then putting down the self-raising flour and pouring in the wholemeal flour. And I felt so stupid. And then in the process, I was a bit flustered. I turned up the heat in the oven, completely forgot that I turned up the heat, and then the cheese straws that I was making at the same time came out burned, which it was a disaster. So it was funny from the people I've talked to about it. People enjoyed it a lot. People thought that my reactions and shit were funny. But on a personal level, I remember I came away from that stream. I was actually quite upset. Like, not, like really upset, but I was a bit down. I came away from it a bit down because I fucked up so badly, and like I'm not trying to prove anything. I'm trying to oh, I'm a good cook or anything, but like, I just wanted to do well. I was nervous about the stream. I don't know why I was nervous about it. We were theorizing that maybe it was because it was the second episode, so the novelty might have worn off a bit, So I felt like I had to compensate to make it funnier or less formulaic or whatever. And maybe that was it. But I remember being nervous about the stream, and when you're in that kind of state, any kind of fuck up is gonna make you look at it and go, that wasn't very good, And I'm quite like a self-critical person anyway, So any kind of fuck up in general ever makes me, criticize myself a lot. So, I just made me quite sad that I'd fucked it up. But it was a good show. People tell me it was a good show, so I'm pleased with that. That's all that really matters, really. But my pride being hurt doesn't really. Who cares? It's fine. I've done much stupid things on camera. Reminds me of my days as the Iron Fist male porn star. If only. Imagine people actually believe that. So yeah, I mean, it was a good show, but mired by some unfortunate mishaps in the kitchen. But yeah, that'll be coming back next month, hopefully. I'm not like discontinuing the show or anything. I'm definitely gonna do it again. It's just I'm glad that it's a month between shows because I couldn't just do that again next week. Need a bit of a break from it, I think. But yes, it will definitely be coming back next month. Got to think of what to make. I haven't thought about that at all. Shit. Oh. What else? Oh, yeah. I want to talk about what I've got coming up on Tom's Literature Corner this Friday. Spoilers if you don't want to know what that is, what I'm recording and what I've recorded and what's going to be going up on Friday for Tom's Literature Corner. Then close your ears now, and I'll try my best to remember to put my hands off my head when I'm done talking about it, which will be the end of the vlog anyway. So actually, fuck it. If you don't want to hear what it is, then you might want to just end the video now. And if that's the case, then thank you very much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow, hopefully, for the next stream. And yeah, thank you. But if not, and you do want to hear my excitement, then stick around. Because on Friday, I'll be releasing my recording of The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe, suggested by Ali. A poem that I very much enjoy, but I never remember it. I never remember that it exists. When I'm thinking about my favourite poetry in my head, I never remember The Raven for some reason. I don't know why. But I love it. It's a great poem. And when she suggested it, I thought, I reckon I can do it. But I remember near the end, he gets a bit emotional. As in the character that's being portrayed in the poem, whose perspective it's being told from. I remember he gets a bit emotional. And that might be quite difficult for me because I have the emotional range of a teaspoon, to quote Harry Potter. But I recorded it, and I tried doing it in one take at first, like I always do. Thing is, The Raven, quite a long poem. I think my eventual recording ended up being 8 minutes something long. So it's quite a long one. Very difficult to do in one take. So I gave that up quite quickly and decided that I'd do it verse by verse. Which also I thought would let me perfect each verse a bit better, I could delete it and do it again, which you can't do in one take. So I did that. I did the whole poem like that, doing it one verse at a time, trying to make sure that I did as much, that I got as much emotion and inference through on each verse, and I think I did quite well. I'm still not particularly good at doing this stuff, but I think I'm improving. And the reason for my excitement is that I think I did quite well. Obviously, that remained to be seen on Friday, but the bit near the end that I was thinking of when I was thinking, oh god, maybe I can't do this, is it actually went down pretty well. I think it's because the emotion was anger, and I can portray anger quite well, I think, because I'm generally quite an angry person. And I think I did pretty well. I was a little bit nervous about recording it, because I thought that it would seem like forced and weird and kind of cringy. But listening to it back, I think it's pretty decent. Like it shouldn't be hard to listen to or anything, which I was a little bit worried about. So yeah, I'm quite proud of it actually. I think I did quite well for my level of expertise in the field. I think I did pretty well. I listened to a couple of other people's recordings of it beforehand. Can't remember if I took any cues. Probably did subconsciously. But yeah, no, I enjoyed it a lot. I think I'm gonna try and do some more long form stuff. Hopefully, some more emotional stuff that I can actually. That's the thing. Like it's in the poems I've done before. It hasn't so much been. Oh no, I guess there was a bit of acting. It's hard to call it acting, but like you in some of them you're kind of playing a character. You're reading it from the perspective of your character, and you've got to portray the emotions of that character. So it's basically acting, and I've never been comfortable with the idea of acting in any way, shape, or form. But I think I'm becoming more comfortable with it because I've done it to some degree, with Chef Pierre, and I do it to some degree every day while streaming. It's Tom times 2 on stream, like it's a form of acting. It's a performance, really. That's what it is. So I've become more comfortable with the idea, and I think that confidence that I've picked up through streaming did actually help me quite a lot in that. But yeah, I'm excited to see what you guys think of that. It should be a relatively enjoyable listen, I hope. Very good poem. If you haven't heard it before, then you should definitely check it out. If you have, hopefully you'll get something out of my reading of it. Well, don't know what that will be, but I enjoyed it. So hopefully you guys will too. And I think that is it for today's podcast. What did I call it? A podcast earlier? Or did I call it a vlog earlier? I don't remember. That's it for today's vlog, though. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you all for watching. If you got this far, as always, well done. I appreciate you. You're very strong to make it through all that. You have the willpower of a saint, a champion, a scholar. Well done. Really. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time, hopefully on tomorrow's stream, where Sasha and I will be continuing our Bro Souls run of Dark Souls 3. Very fun. We'll probably be doing some follower games in the last hour as well. Some Golf with Friends or Shell Shock Live or something. And that'll do it for the week. Obviously, like I said, on Friday will be Tom's Literature Corner. And Saturday will be Session's vlog. So, we'll see you guys for those. If you would like to watch the BagelGrilz productions today, then, like I said, you can find them in the description below. And yeah, thanks again to the BagelGrilz for their fine work, and thank you guys for watching. Bye-bye.